Good evening, this is Pine Leaf Needles, and welcome to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news in LOTRO and here at LOTRO Players. Tonight we have with us Andang,
Hey, everybody.
Braxwolf,
Hello, minions. Hey, by the way, before everybody gets upset about that, that was Leonor's Christmas present to me. I was going to be able to use that in a podcast. He told me as long as I gave him credit, I could use that. So, hello, minions.
Ethelros,
Hello.
and the Man of Darkness, Draculetta.
Hey, everybody.
Therefore, let us go into the news here at LOTRO. There it is. So we will begin with the 14 days of free VIP.
If you buy
Right.
VIP.
Yes, true. If you buy VIP, if you buy a multi-month VIP, so you can get 14 free days of VIP by signing up for a recurring plan. How does that sound to you?
It's a good
Now,
deal.
yeah, I've already heard of one or two people who are thinking of signing up and canceling before the 14 days are up. But the idea is they're hoping to entice you so that you will like those 14 days so much that you keep on.
Is it a 14-day trial, or do you actually have to pay for the package to get the 14 days?
No, as far as I know, you are not charged
Okay, that's a
until
good deal
the
then.
14 days are up.
So it's basically a trial unless you really want to pay. That's good. Glad that is coming back, because they used to have a deal somewhat similar to that, so that's good to see it come back.
So, if that's true, I'm assuming that you are able to say if you've been free to play this whole time and you don't have your fourth and fifth bags unlocked, can you get that just by using this free trial?
Yeah, because I'd assume in the code it counts as a VIP, if I remember right from when
Yes,
years
that's
ago
one of the
did this.
major selling points for this, actually, that you keep the premium thing.
That's pretty cool.
Very well. So therefore, that's for a limited time, and double check what the date on that. That is until January 5th, 2014. So if you're interested, sign up. Next item is, I know I was the one who said, I won't believe it until I see it. Well, it looks like it is here. That's right. Instant level 50 item is now for sale in the LOTRO store for a limited time from December 13th through the 19th. So it's only for a limited time only. And you can get this for 5,000 turbine points.
With the 5 turbine point refund.
Yes. I wasn't going to give... All right. If you want 4,995 then, it's effectively 5,000.
Okay, Pineleaf, Mr.
Yes.
Rich over there with 5 turbine points just to spare over there.
In any case, what you get for that is an instant level, is an item that allows you to instantly become level 50, a set of level 50 gear, 1 gold piece. I know, whoop-de-doo. Usually by the time I'm level 50, I have well more than 1 gold piece. A legendary item XP rune, worth enough to bring 1 LI to level 10. I presume that's so that you could very quickly finish the quest that enters into Moria. 4 ranks of each virtue, the riding skill, a dusky nimblefoot goat, a 25 stack of food that scales with your level. I presume those are Daleman's
crams or something like that.
Yeah, yes, those Dale crams. Yes. A 25 stack of morale and power potions that scale to your level. 5 plus 100% XP boosts. 1 a single-use map to Rivendell. Why? I don't know.
To start the epic prologue.
Oh yeah, I
and,
guess you got a point
volume
there.
2.
Yes, okay. To do the volume 2 prologue. And 25 mithril coins. Now,
would like to point out that I think that I said that this would be a good price for this kind of an item. And because I think I was referencing the original hobby horse costs at the time. And I am glad that they're not releasing this at, say, 1,000 turbine points, because that would be pretty ridiculous, especially with all the stuff you get. So I'm actually, I don't know if I'm glad about this being in LOTRO, but I'm glad that it's at the price it's at.
Well, kind of, but it's more expensive than the expansion, though. I mean, that's pretty high.
It is, but if you go through 1 to 50 and buy all the side quests and stuff like that, plus other purchases that you might make, how much would that put it at? It'd be somewhat close, I would think.
Could someone correct me? Is the Dusky Numblefoot goat the one in the store? Because I can't remember whether it's that one or whether it's one you just get in game.
I believe that's the one, but I could easily be wrong.
the Dusky...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Because that's, I think, like 1995 on
Yeah,
its own. So.
the one you get in the game, I believe, is the tame Nimblefoot goat.
Right, yeah. So, yes, that is the 1995 one.
Yeah, so take that off. It's 3K. And
I mean, is that goat really worth?
No,
it's
none
not
of them
even worth.
are, but that's what they believe it to be.
The code it's printed on, really.
Yeah, yes, that's the Speed 62 Morale 60 goat. So, okay, actually, that is that's the goat that I got for buying when I got pre-ordered Mirkwood.
Right.
That's what that is. So that's what I used to use as my main goat in Moria. Right. So, anyone else have any more comments about this item?
Who's going to buy it? Who here is going to buy this?
If it were cheaper, I might possibly be tempted, but no.
You're talking to someone who has leveled five wardens past 50. Actually, 6 wardens past 50 already. So therefore.
So you must be tired of it by now. You might want to just pump it. Yeah, I won't be buying this either. I mean, I think somebody put in our comments that if it was account wide, they might consider it, and that would make it more enticing. But I'm not even sure I would still buy it.
I wouldn't.
Well, I think if it was account wide, I wouldn't buy it. I think that'd be more incentive for me to not, because I don't want all that stuff tempting me every time I create a new character.
Right.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't like this at all. I mean, obviously I'm not very happy with it as it is, but account wide, yeah, I just no.
Right. Now, I did notice one comment from a user who thought that the time range was a little bit too short because apparently he gets paid monthly. Well, I believe the military gets paid monthly, so...
I think this is just a community trial run.
Right, yeah, it's probably
see what the reactions are, and if they're good, they'll keep it in the game. So, assuming that reactions are good, then you can probably get this later on down the road.
Right, so it'll probably come in and out or something like that. We shall see.
Yeah. I think the actual thing to debate here is not whether it's worth the turbine points, it's whether it should actually be able to be bought in the first place.
Right, yeah, I think the turbine points is not so much a factor, and if anything, this is, I'd imagine if it does come back, I don't know if it would be still the full price that it is right now. I think this is probably a trial run price, but you never know.
We shall see. In other news from LOTRO, there is scheduled downtime on Monday, and when I say Monday, I mean Monday the 16th, where there will be an update. 12.1 will be hitting us. And there...
Totally called this date, by the way.
Of course.
Just saying.
Did you bet Andang on it?
No, he wouldn't agree to it.
Well, it was probably the natural... It had to be either the 16th or the 17th. It had to be one of those two dates because the festival starts on the 18th.
But they always do updates on Mondays. Well, usually anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, it wasn't that much of a surprise that this is when the update was. And so really, it's not that magical that someone might know that is the date that it might be happening.
Possibly still bitter. You maybe a
No,
wallet.
not at all. I got 100 gold now. Now, do you want to take it from me?
And we want to bet it, isn't it?
No, that's okay. I'd rather you steal it just outright. That's
Yes.
fun.
But in any case, expect us to have a great deal of discussion next week concerning all this fun stuff that is
Definitely.
added to the game, and that plus, of course, what they did to the Yuletime Festival. Remember that the Show Us Your LOTRO contest continues until December 20th. That means just one more week left as we are recording this. And all you have to do is to create a scene in real life that represents your favorite LOTRO moment and film it. And of course, submit it. All details will be in the show notes.
And don't let Pineleaf ask you what it is, and definitely don't send the answer because he will take your idea, just like he tried to last week on the podcast.
You must be thinking of a different pine leaf.
No, I was there. Yeah.
We were all here. All our listeners were here. I think we...
Very well. Let us look into our developer snippets for the week. This is a new series by Etheros. I was thinking, though, that Turbine Tidbits might have been a better name
I
for the
like the word
series.
snippets, all right? I just like the word snippets.
Okay, fine.
I have to say, though, that this is a great idea for a series. CSTM kind of did this kind of thing, but this is definitely still its own thing. And it's good to see that someone is going out there and looking for stuff that the devs are saying that people aren't really covering and giving it all in one nice little article of just things that they notice on the forums that are worth mentioning.
Right. Now, some of these things are comments concerning loot in Helm's Deep. Did anyone want to elaborate on either of those two, or is that just enough that if you're interested in Helm's Deep loot and learning about it, you could go to the article that we have?
The loot thing isn't really the thing that concerned me. It was he also mentioned about the overall balancing stuff they'll be doing, which means that yes, it isn't going to stay as easy as it is now. They pretty much confirmed that.
Yes, we should hope it's not going to stay as easy as it is, because it's for some classes it's way too easy at the moment.
Right.
Right. There was also an explanation on why the Mithril coin price increase was done for Helm's Deep, why it's 5 in order to port to a quest completion instead of the 1 that is in the rest of the realm, and essentially it comes down to player feedback said that it would be a shame if people ported all over the place and did not get to actually see this zone. Because that's what some people do, like pop, 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 pop. They don't actually look at anything.
How was that, Pineleaf?
More wonderful audio work, finally.
Very well.
I would like to say that it's great to see another dev really getting in there and sharing information about stuff. That was fantastic. Etheros brought that up to me, and I just wanted to make sure to bring that up on the podcast because it's fantastic to see more devs getting involved with communication, and this is something that really needs to continue as a trend.
Yes.
Because we have, I think, quite a few times noted that Turbine's communication has been spotty, to say the least, and you should at least give credit where it's due.
Right, after the player council brought up that, it sounds like that Sapiens and some of the other devs are really taking the time to try to answer our questions, and that's fantastic. Please keep it up, Turbine. It's great.
Right. Now, there was also an explanation concerning North American and EU servers on how transfers are not possible. Someone brought up another thread asking us, why don't you make it possible? And essentially, no, it's not going to happen because of technical issues with databases and the like. Now, I do know that they did, during the beta, they did try to get both of them into the server at the same time. Essentially, there were some people who could not transfer their characters as a result of this. Because if there are some characters that look the same or something like this, and if the one person got it who had the similar looking thing came in before the other one, they would be locked out and the like. So therefore, it was something that they decided we could do this on the test server, because if you lose your character, it's minor compared to losing someone's character on live.
I mean, we pretty much knew this already, because I think
Yeah.
if it wasn't technical issues, they would have gone and done it already, because that would make a lot of money.
Oh yes, they would have done it a long time ago if it weren't a major technical issue.
Yeah, and even on the beta, they're hesitant to do that. The only reason they allowed in the first round of beta for everyone to transfer over was because that's not what they were testing, and so they could allow players' characters to be actually risk being messed up. And so they actually allowed that to transfer to happen. And a lot of characters actually did get messed up in the transfer process, so it's definitely not something you'd want to just allow, because it could really mess a lot of stuff up.
Yes, and you certainly don't want to, because it's something where, all right, what happens if someone did it and 99% of the characters came through fine, but there's this 100 characters that completely crashed as a result of this. You could have 100 very angry players as a result. We also had an update on Extra Life 2013, including various milestone obligations, in that the Inklings of Melnor donated the most of any kinship for the second year in a row. So the Inklings have an inkling on how to give money, apparently. The top donation was $1,000 by a Nominus. And there are photos of Sapien's dyed beard that will hopefully be out by the end of the year. And apparently the rap video will be sometime at the beginning of the new year.
So yeah, rap video is a thing.
Very well. That's it for developer snippets, unless somebody had more comments on those. Then we'll head into store sales for this week. The free sample of the week is a Universal Morale Potion times 5 with code 84HP5. No idea what that means.
The HP goes without saying.
Yeah, okay, HP, I guess, is for a health potion. I guess that does work out. And 5, because sci-fi, 84, it means this is the 84th time they gave us this offer, I guess. We also have 20% off of select quest content, all quest packs, all expansion quests, Moria, Isengard, and Rohan, and select expansions, Moria, Mirkwood, Isengard, and Rohan. Of course, not Helm's Deep, since that is our
They
latest
could have just
one.
said 20% off all quest content except Helm's Deep.
Yes,
Because that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that is pretty much what it is.
You should have mentioned that before Pineleaf said it before.
Very well. We also have select XP boosts on sale, Token of the Hornburg for levels 1 through 84, 100% XP boosts, and enhanced XP supply. There are also skill and Slayer deed boosts and select support items, rejuvenation potions, universal morale and power potions, and max morale and power scrolls. You know, these things that you get up your nose with concerning in Hobbit presents, right? Now, this looks like an underwhelming sale to me. We
Well,
also
those
have
parts anyway.
Yes. We also have the weekend sale, which is, if you're listening to this after we post the message at the site, it's probably too late. And that's 35% off Tomes of Might and 40% off Craft Crit. But if you're listening to this live, then you could still look into those.
But wow, there's a lot of stuff on sale this week. I'm guessing just for the holidays, but that is fantastic.
Very well. And now for the LOTRO Players News, we have the expansion quad pack holiday giveaway, this giveaway closes December 19th. Andy, you know anything about this?
I do. Pine Leaf players need to go to the post linked in the show notes and leave a comment for their chance to win the expansion quad pack, which includes the first 4 expansions to LOTRO, and all you have to do is leave a comment. So go do it now, because there aren't too many people that have actually left comments there, and so we need many more to make to have a chance to win, because that's fantastic. The more people that enter, the more people that get a chance to win.
Very well. And Brax has posted an article on the Helm's Deep Hunter skills for the Huntsman. This is a line that I tried for the first time yesterday. So I'll probably be going back and forth depending, because there's some times where I need to stay, where you want to stay still, and obviously I won't use Huntsman in those cases. But if I'm in this mobile situation, I might actually use the Huntsman trait line instead of the Trapper. But Brax, any comments on you on this?
Yeah. Oh, so what did you think of the Huntsman line when you tried it out?
Well, I'm still trying to get used to it, but it seems to be working out pretty well, and that I just have to remember I'm on Huntsman, so I can move when I'm doing all this, all these inductions.
Yeah, that's mostly a very good thing, and in fact that's the line that I'm running in currently on live. This is something I plan to do for all 3 lines for Hunter. I want to do a guide for the Bowmaster and one for the Trapper of Foes as well. I started with the Huntsman because I was the most familiar with it, and wanted to give kind of a rundown of some of the new skills and things that are different about the Hunter now with Helm's Deep, and also underneath each new skill, or each modified skill in some cases, kind of my thoughts on how that it can be used, if it's useful or not. And then I posted a little video at the bottom, kind of showcasing not only the skill trees, but also the skills in action, and how you might situationally use some of them. So I want to do this for all 3. I'm interested, I guess, in what other people feel, what other people think of the lines when they try them, because there is definitely 2 of the 3 are very, very different ways of playing the Hunter. The Trapper of Foes and the Huntsman line are very different. The Bowmaster line is very much like the old way of playing the Hunter, which is stand back and just blast away. So if you do anything, if you do anything besides Bowmaster, you almost have to learn to play the class again. So I'm just kind of interested in what people think of those.
Yes. Essentially, for the Huntsman, if you like kiting, it's the line for you. If you hate kiting, don't go near it.
One thing I found about the Huntsman when I first started playing was I wasn't used to not being able to cancel my inductions if I accidentally tab targeted somebody that I didn't mean to shoot at.
Right.
So that took some getting used to, and it's one of those things that you kind of take for granted over a period of 2 or 3 years. When you play the Hunter, you just kind of automatically step out of something if you want to cancel it out. And now, if you try and do that, if you've gotten to the point in the Huntsman line where you can move and shoot at the same time, you're pretty much going to have to shoot at the guy that you've started to shoot at. So be ready to take him down if that's the case.
Okay. Now, then wasn't there used to be a checkbox concerning the Hunters where if you had it checked or unchecked, I can't remember which one, your Hunter would be able to fire moves just at a penalty or something like that? Or
never the induction skills.
Oh, never the induction skills.
No.
Okay.
That was just for auto attacks, I think.
Actually, I think it might have been for the quick shot ones that didn't allow that where you had to be standing still, but they didn't include a significant induction. I'm not too sure which ones they were, though, or whether it changed over the years, which has been known to happen. All right, Ethelros, since you seem to stage a little mutiny and take over the pick of the week, so what did you pick for this week?
I missed one staff meeting, one LOTRO player staff meeting, and look what happened.
Yes.
And don't you forget it, Brax. Next time you miss them.
All right. This was not my fault because Braxwolf wasn't supposed to be here.
That's true.
He said he wasn't going to be here. That's why I stayed to the mutiny.
Yes, but you used the
So,
Leonor tag at the
just
beginning,
saying
so
that.
you have to
Pretty
take
cool.
over the show. It just is something that has to happen. So
Proceed, minion.
Yes.
All right, well, for my pick of the week then, and only pick of the week, it is actually Braxwell's 2013 LOTRO Year in Review, which he actually published like today, about an hour or two ago. And basically, what he just says is he goes over the whole year of his experience in LOTRO, and more specifically joining LOTRO players and getting more outward with the community. I think what drew me to this more is that I can actually draw a lot of parallels to what it was like when I first tried joining the site and everything. I think it was when I did it, it was writing articles for the pets and Lawmaster stuff in general. But even then, I was pretty much petrified of actually sticking my head out there,
Yeah.
which I think you actually noted yourself.
Yeah, this is something
And
that I
yeah.
yeah, this is something that I worked on for a good part of the day today, and it was just kind of a I'm just going to put this out there, and because it went on my kind of my Braxwolf personal blog, because it's one of those things that just kind of if people are interested in some of the behind the scenes stuff that goes on, that's where I'm putting some of that stuff. It's just and I would not have picked this for myself, so thanks Athelros for taking an interest.
Yeah, as I said, a lot of it I can actually connect with because I felt very much the same. Like the first episode I did recording for LOTRO Players News, I was absolutely terrified of people hearing my voice, a lot of people hearing my voice and judging what I'm saying because of it.
yeah, I will never forget the time that I actually got onto my first podcast because it was actually on CSTM's Update Talks, a series that I decided to create. And I just like suggested the Golden Star that it'd be cool if we did this review show thing. And she's like, okay, you get to be the host, and we're gonna go. And so all of a sudden, I was the host of the Update Talks with American Golden Star there on the line with me, which at the time was just unbelievable. And so I was beyond nervous for that kind of thing. It was just absolutely terrifying. Plus, we had Pine Leaf, and I think it was just Pine Leaf actually as our other ghost, but it was it was just amazing experience once it took place, but I was so stressed about it going into it.
Very well. We actually have a donation this week. Let's give a big thanks to Christopher Underwood for his donation of $10 or more to LOTRO Players. Now I'm wondering, are the Underwoods in any way related to the Underhills?
I think he's in cahoots with the Underhills.
Yeah, all right. If you wish to support LOTRO Players, simply go to the donations page where you can help support the podcast on LOTRO Players and also help support the site. We have $5 and $10 mentions where you can donate and get a mention on one of our active podcasts if you donate $5, or all of our active podcasts if you donate $10 or more. I mean, we will accept more than $10 if you wish to give more than 10. As for reviews, we did not receive any reviews this week. Sorry. We do have a comment, though, from Akazia, who left a comment on episode 24 saying that it was a wonderful episode and that the highlight was some guy reading a poem.
And she said the highlight was Pine Leaf's reading of the poem. Come on, Pine Leaf, you did a great job. And remember that if you want to send in a poem to LOTRO Players, feel free to. We'll read it on the show. I mean, I say we, but really it's Pine Leaf. We all know that. But, we'll read it on the show, and it'll be great. Everyone gets a win-win. Except for Pine Leaf, maybe. Excuse me, some guy.
Yes. This week we did not receive any emails, but we would love to read them on the show. You can email us at lotroplayers.mymiddleearth@gmail.com. Or you could follow us on Twitter. LOTRO Players at LOTRO Players, Andang at PVMP_Andang, Braxwolf at Braxwolf, Draculetta at Draculetta_72, because apparently there are 71 others. Ethelros at Captain Ethelros.
So hoping you'd read that out.
I would presume that's really at Ethelros, but he has staged a mutiny apparently. And
you can't encourage this kind of behavior, Pine.
Yes.
Come on, get control of the show.
Mystery at Mystery XOX. And our final thoughts. Anyone have any final thoughts for today?
I need a ship.
You need a ship.
For the record, he did say ship.
Yeah.
With a P.
With a P.
That is all for
If that
tonight.
wasn't clear, then yeah.
Yes. Until next time, this is Pine Leaf Needles, and remember to skirmish responsibly.
Goodbye,
You'll
minions.
finally